Um, I don't dislike producers. I just that joke is just will always be funny to me. um, sorry. Right. So, oh yeah, and let's update our building. Hey, we got a new follower. Superham. Hey, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, oh, I guess I haven't mentioned in a while. In case it's not clear, this is a collaborative project. So everyone's doing stuff. Like all this art, this was not done by me. This is done by Light It Man and oh gosh, he's gone for 2 seconds. I forget his name. N2Ater. So yeah, if anyone wants to contribute to this project, so far, basically the only things we oh, new follower. Srsly. Hey, thank you for following. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate your support and your viewership. So welcome. Thank you. We're making we're collaborating. We are together making this project. And so far, the things we know about it is that it's the theme is survival! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! With a sub theme of building society. Was it? Yeah. And then the genre will be a roguelike city builder with tower defense elements. Oh, it's turn-based. Yeah. So it's going to be focused on character development. I swear, this will all happen, you guys. It's totally all going to happen. It'll be focused on character development, and it'll be a roguelike it'll be a turn-based roguelike with city building and tower defense elements. The more I say it, the funnier it gets. I'm going to make this dude arbitrarily slightly taller. Because I want him to be arbitrarily slightly taller. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. And then 0.5. I don't know. I just wanted him to be slightly taller. For no particular reason. Alright. That might have been too tall, but I don't care. Oh yeah, job titles. Wow, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, if you tweet at me, my Twitter handle is at the bottom of the page at srsly_bz. Yeah, don't just tell me like what you. I mean, you can just tell me what you want your name, how you want your name to appear in the credits, and it could be like a realish name or like a real quote unquote real name, or like just whatever username you want. Like your Twitch name, for example, and then yeah, make up a job title for yourself too, for sure. And if you don't, I'll either make up a job title for you, or or I don't know. Sorry, I will try and do less of that. Tweet it, or it's not official. But when I say that, I just mean tweet it, or I'll forget. Alright, so that was a short one. That one didn't take too long. Alright, what we're doing, we're taking the... Wait, did I even finish what I was doing here? No, I think I like stopped halfway, right? Because I still haven't set up... Did I set up the... Wait, what? No, wait, where's the... Wait, is that the one that I wanted? Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright. I wish I knew Lollipop or Scar or Lollipop Oscar. I wish I knew, but it's involuntary. Oh, this is the thing that I was doing before about comparing absolute values. Whatever, I'll just redo it. No, I'll borrow it. Because this is like the model that we want. Basically. Except instead of press pause XO, we want to do... Oh, yeah, well, sort of. We want to do... we want to say... sorry. Thank you, Amzak David. So we're going to calculate the offset because we have the position that's getting passed in, but we want to compare the position to the I'm going to keep saying and I'm going to be really self-conscious about it whenever I say it. The offset, the offset equals is equals pause minus transform dot position minus transform dot position. Excuse me. That's not better. That's worse, if anything. So offset dot x replaces that other thing that used to be a thing, and I don't know why I think saying is gonna make it better, but no. No, again, still not better. It's involuntary. I swear. If I could stop doing that, I would. I just can't. Oops. It's not return equals, it's just return. So those are coordinates, or this, so actually let me double check if I did this correctly. Oh wait, for one thing it's not y, it's z. Because this project is 3D. And then I guess I need, hypothetically I could, no, I mean hypothetically, no, there's no way for this not to return one of these things. It has to return one of these things. Because they're both else cases. But whatever, in case the universe implodes, I'll return -1. Oh, cool. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, ooh. Man, yeah, when you need to be like a real person in order to add emotes, right? Like you need to be a Twitch partner in order to add emotes. Is that true? Because if you don't have to be a Twitch partner, I'll add emotes. I think I need to be a Twitch partner to add emotes. I think that's the case. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll start like a donation thing to get speech therapy if the gets out of control. Did I just download 3 things? Oh no, that was something else. Was it? Oh, why did I just download the same thing? I just downloaded the same thing twice, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, oops. Instead of putting it there, I will look at it and put the... is this a new version of the weird pyramid? Yeah, I'll just assume it's a new version of the weird pyramid thing. What? You can't just... Come on. I'll just get rid of the old ones and I can bring them back if I need to. You can re-download them if I need. There's nothing there. Oh wait, no, there is, because we did that. Alright, anyways. Oops. Alright. So that one disappears, the old one disappears, and stuff freaks out, potentially. Don't freak out. Be normal. Be cool, yo. Be cool. It's freaking out about the text, the ping? Why is it freaking out about the ping? Yeah, alright. Good. Hey, we got a new follower! Grobot Beats, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Hey, welcome back, Engineer! Does Obama say a lot? Because that actually makes me feel better. Because if Obama says it, then it's probably really cool. I'm like Obama. We say sometimes, right? See? I'm just like Obama. I get that a lot, actually. People tell me a lot that I'm just like Obama. Which, the funny part is, I've actually have been told that before. That other person was also being equally facetious, but, I'll call this pyramid.texture. But I have been told I'm exactly like Obama. Yep. Figure that one out. Alright, so yeah. Oh, cool, this one automatically, I don't know, whatever. Okay, I put that on. Oh, yeah, and I haven't done, this yet. Yeah. Does that look right? Did I do that correctly? If I need to change like import settings or whatever, let me know. Huh. I like it. But yeah, let me know if I need to change the import settings or whatever. Uh, yeah, you guys can't really tell, but I'm actually wearing a tube top right now. It's just a little strapless number, but um, I you might get there someday, Super Ham. It I I actually this is the facial hair that I have because I am really bad at facial hair. Like this is the only facial hair I could ever hope to have. Um, but I work with it. I don't know. I like it. Like I can never grow a beard, so it's about working with what you got, right? It's about finding how to make it work. So I know, right? So really, this game is like mind blowing already. It's outrageous. It's truly, truly, truly outrageous. Soon we're gonna be able to move around too, huh? That's gonna be a thing, technically. Uh, um, uh, with the last jam thing I did, I spent a ton of time on the UI, and it still came out mediocre. So I probably just didn't spend super tons of time on this, but I won't spend much more. It's basically just gonna be if press pause equals or no if mouse gets mouse down, press pause equals blah blah blah. Press dir equals so press dir equals get dir from press pause. And then if else if I guess I don't know if it's supposed to be an else or not, but if input get mouse button down 0. I don't know why I put spaces there. I specifically told it not to put spaces, and it's like, oh, so you want spaces, right? And so then if press dir equals get dir from our array ground intersection again. So this is basically checking if you release the mouse in the same direction you press the mouse, then that's going to be valid movement, and we are going to process movement. If this is not the case, then the player clicked and then like smeared their finger and then like let go, which is how you can cancel a movement. So yeah, and also the movement will happen on oops, I said down again. I meant to say up. Oh, what's going on? I don't know. You could work with that beard, Superham. That sounds pretty rad. I'm proud of the uhs. I'm proud of them. Is my I say patriotically. Well, don't worry, Superham, because that'll be exactly the same as you just not donating at all. 2 minutes? That's crazy. Give me like half a minute, and you'll still never have to pay. Alright, yeah, we're almost ready to move. We'll just say, so yeah, so now we have a, now we'll switch on the direction. Switch, is there anything I can say, What's a word that starts with umbrella? Umbrella. I guess I could say instead. Anyways. So we're switching on Prester. Umbrella. Better or worse? Let me know. Yeah, so this is gonna be a pretty cool game, I think. Awesome Suver, thanks for tuning in. And so, yeah, the other important thing is that this is a collaborative game. So right now we're doing a lot of like groundwork setup, but for example, we have people right now making assets for the game. So for example, Umbrella, sorry, the, N2Ader made our mustache tower here, and Light Up Man made our cave pyramid building, our weird pyramid, I believe it's called, Umbrella. And people made fun of the fact that I always say so I'm, instead of saying all the time or I'm gonna say umbrella. That's what that's about. Umbrella, for example. So we have a switch case here. We're switching on Prester. So the gist is basically that it's gonna be like no one eats shredded wheats, right? North, east, southwest. Umbrella. Sorry. So, right? I think that's how we set it up. Because Y is the new Z. Or Z is the new Y, rather. Y used to be, so Z is now... I think that'll work. Well, we can always switch around if I accidentally implement it backwards. Programming is like... Programming is not hard, especially these days. The nice thing about like the current state of like software development is that like for basically any skill level, you can program. Coding can be really hard because in order to code, you probably need to learn a language. But like there are like visual programming tools that like you don't even need to understand really coding. You just need to understand like logic and like how things work. So yeah, you can programming can get really hard, and like you can devote your entire life to programming and like still maybe never even master it. But Umbrella. You can also get a lot of visual editor tools and start programming almost instantly. Like, not literally instantly, you still have to learn how the tool works, but it can be really easy, too. Case 0. Break. And then we'll have the 4 cases for the 4 cardinal directions. Umbrella. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, the differences here are pretty minute. Whoops, I can't put it after the break. I have to put it before the break. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you enjoy programming, like it doesn't feel hard. Like it sometimes feels frustrating, but it doesn't feel hard because if you really love it and you really want to do it, then like you'll be driven to do it. So that also really helps. Umbrella. 0 is north, so 0 means transform dot position plus equals 0 new vector. Or no, wait. I can just say oh yeah. Wait, I'm gonna get them wrong at first, but I can just say like I can just say dot like up, right? Or not up, back. Or so what is it? Oh, transform dot back, or like forward. Yeah. What's the opposite of forward? Or maybe there is no opposite of forward. I just said for forward I have to just do I? Oh man. I think it's because like when I'm coding, I know that I'm talking to a machine basically. And so I machines don't really have affect, so I tend to lose my affect when I'm talking to machines. So like the computer cares not whether I smile, so I just probably go like that. Sorry, I don't know what to do about that. I'll just say umbrella and smile as I code. Umbrella, 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 umbrella. No, that's probably weird. It's probably pretty weird, I imagine. So plus equals forwards, minus equals forwards, and then are there left and right? Or oops, I need to. Oops, not that. Are there left and right, or is there just left or just right or something? I don't know how that works. Let's find out. Oops, dropped a T. Left, right. All right, there's right and negative right. Computers don't care about left. Computers have right and negative right. Slayer, Slayer, really, I appreciate. I appreciate your contributions to chat. Oops, sorry, my device is beeping at me. I'm gonna look at it because I'm a terrible person, but then I'm going to, not pay attention to it. I turned off the audio. Sorry, but I got a really important email. Is the thing that I realized. I just don't know what that really important email says, and I won't know until the end of stream. All right, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I actually haven't heard back yet. Yeah, Tom, after my stream yesterday, like, I really, like, prominent, technical recruiter in the games industry contacted me, and I was, like, flipping out. Like, that was what I did after stream yesterday, is I just spent, like, a while just flipping out about the fact that, like, yeah, I don't get, like, I don't know. I've never been in a position where like where like people come to me about job offers. Like so that was exciting, and I responded, but like I think I responded too late because well, for one thing, the stream didn't end until like 7:45, and then the first thing I had to do was put food in my face because I hadn't eaten all day, basically. Uh, and then I think I took too long to respond because I haven't heard back yet. Uh, thank you. Uh, well, it wasn't an email. It was on a social network, and so the first thing I did was to check out their profile. And if it's an imposter, it's a very convincing imposter. Uh, and you know what's funny is it was on like LinkedIn, and I don't know if you guys use LinkedIn, but it'll tell you who has looked at your profile page, and not only did I get contacted by this one person, but other people had looked at my profile page. So the interesting thing about this is that like there was a noticeable bump in the profile views. Interesting thing about this is I don't use my real name on stream. None of my accounts like directly link to my real name or my real information. But I guess like if you did like a rudimentary Google search, you can find it. So yeah, no, I was also just a little impressed that like I got sleuthed. They found me out. All right, so I probably have this backwards or something, but so our character might be a little bit drunk, but I think umbrella, the umbrella, 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 umbrella. All right, sorry. If anyone just tuned in, that's awful. I'm so sorry for you. But I think no, nothing. Oh, hey, look at that. All right, so I got what? Wait, what? So I got one of these. For some reason, we can move side to side, but we can only move backwards. We can never move forwards for some reason. Even if we click in front of the, even if we click over here, we still. So I must have just copy pasted something wrong. No, I didn't. How is it? All right. Well. Well, that's weird. Let's print Prester. Yeah. Because does it think it's the wrong direction, or does it? I have no clue what that is about. Umbrella. No, I stand no chance. There's just no hope for me. So it thinks 2. And still thinks 2. Why does it still think 2? I guess we should see what it's printing for like all of these things. So like whatever. Let's just print ray ground intersection. Plus, what did you do? Why'd you go there? Plus, umbrella. Let's see what these things are about. Okay, so transform position and alright, so now we'll get umbrella. We'll get the transform. We'll get the current position of the character. We'll get the whoops. I put that in the switch, not in the print. Derp. So we'll get the position of the camera, or position of the player, position of the ray ground intersection, and the press direction. It's so weird that like it was working for like one of the axes and then not the other axis. Whoops. So right. So yeah. So the transform keeps moving because we're moving and stuff. Am I going? No, it's giving it the right values. It has the correct values. I must just be doing something silly somewhere. Like maybe I'm not using maybe I'm accidentally using a Y term where I mean to use a Z term or something. Yep, there it is. Yep, perfect. Perfect. I think, alright, so now we can move, presumably. So yeah, so this is going to be fairly important because this game is turn-based. So well, all right. So now the next thing I want to do is change the camera to be pointed more downwards and further up, so that way you can see more of what's around you. So something like that maybe. Because this is going to be, if we're going to have city building elements, then we'll want to be able to see like a fair amount of the screen. So just to mention, I guess I feel like this chat is like right on the line of like this is clearly a joke and not offensive statement, but it's definitely like it's creeping towards an area that some people might find objectionable. I mentioned this just because I am always really sad if I have to use if I actually have to use moderator tools, and I really don't want to use that. So I instead prefer to umbrella. Sorry, I'll answer your question in a second, but I just wanted to mention first that I wanted to make sure that people know about it so that it never happens. Yeah. So yeah, good question, Slayer Willie. Sorry. Okay. So if you're not here, I'll repeat the answer when you get back. But if you're still here, then we might finish it today, hypothetically. But then if we can't and we really need to go into tomorrow, then I could work on it tomorrow too. Or like I might just go crazy and like pull an all-nighter or something ridiculous like that. I honestly don't know. We'll see. If I do the crazy all-nighter thing, I'll probably have to go to the store to get Lobster Kovic. Hey, it's my favorite noir lobster detective. Welcome back to the stream. No, I probably won't do. I might do a long night. I probably won't do an overnight. So that's a good question, Slayer. Really, I guess it depends on how grand we want to get, like how far we want to flesh out these features. So, what yeah, for QTX, just quick thing. Doesn't the name Lobster Kovic, doesn't it? I don't know. It just makes me picture like a gritty, like 50s lobster detective, like noir from the, like, I don't know. Sorry, I'll stop talking. Yeah, what are we making this in? We are making this in Unity. This is, we're using MonoDevelop and Unity, and we're programming it in C#. Yeah. So, the reason I probably won't pull them all. Sorry, just to answer Tom's question real quick. Hey, Faya50. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Just to answer Tom Peach's question real quick, the reason I won't pull an all-nighter is because if I pull an all-nighter, I probably won't stream for the rest of the week, and I want to stream more this week. So, it just makes more sense. Like it's a better use of resources to not do an all-nighter. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I might go late tonight because I have my tomato juice not for some reason, but for one thing, for some reason I have my tomato juice. For one very good reason I have my tomato juice. In fact, that very good reason I will now demonstrate. Sorry, it's just if I stream for too long, I get really peckish. So. That was my subsistence for the duration of the stream. Alright, so, we're moving. The other thing we need to do is we need to, when this occurs, actually I guess I should check to make sure the thing about move cancellation works too. It's like if I click here and then I drag it around to the other side, he doesn't move because I canceled the move. Whereas if I click here and let go, he does move because, I guess we can make the grid a little bit bigger. By which I mean we can make everything smaller. No, we can just use a grid size of 2, because like each click doesn't feel like you move very far. Let's define that as like a grid size. So float grid size equals. We might want to go as high as like 3 or something, but for starters, let's say 2. I'm wearing a shirt. It's just it's a little strapless tube top, so you can't really see it. It's really cute though. It's like it's got little sequins. No, welcome to the street. Thank you for thank you for visiting. It is a pleasure to have you here. Alright, so we're gonna factor in our grid size when we're translating the hero, and I think basically everything will probably exist on the grid. So for example, obstacles will stretch cleanly across grid lines, so it's always clear, like when you can step in a given direction or something. Oh yeah, I have tons. I'm actually wearing several different shirts right now. I'm wearing shirts as pants. I tied together 2 different shirts, and I'm wearing them as pants right now. I actually have shirts draped around the entire room as like a decorative tapestry feat. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now we move farther. So, unreachable code detected. Oh, cool. It's probably talking about my paradox. Alright, so now we should step. Yeah, now we step 2 units every time we step, which is a little bit better. We should probably change it so that we rotate to the direction that we were moving in, I feel like. Oh, that could get annoying. So, yeah. What do we want to do in terms of like rotating? Yeah, I mean, with indie dev, you got to be prepared to make some sacrifices. So that's just how it goes sometimes. Um, maybe I'll just leave the control scheme like this for now and call this fine. Oh yeah, so at some point we'll have to define a way to not clip through things. And I have a rough idea how to do that. I think we're gonna use a grid system. I mean, we're using a grid system, so I think we're gonna like legit use a grid system. And then we can make like impassable squares on the grid and stuff like that. So we can do it, you guys. All right, so this is our city clearly, and so but this is going to be a roguelike, so there has to be more to do with our city than just this. When we voted, we decided to make this game a roguelike and give it a big emphasis on character development. Character development, I really know. Like character and item development, I know. Like I can do that. But I actually don't know what roguelike means. So if I stray away from the definition of roguelike and you guys don't be hesitant to tell me what to do. In fact, for anyone who just tuned in, the whole point of today's stream is that you guys get to tell me what to do. I'm implementing stuff based on what you guys want, but at the start of the day we voted, and it's going to be, the theme is survival, ! With a sub-theme of building society. Is that what it was? And then it's going to be a roguelike city builder, a turn-based roguelike city builder with emphasis on character development and character and item development, and some late tower defense features. So, yeah. Where, I guess we can start. I guess if, so while you guys percolate on, like, what. Well, okay, so no, I guess I'll just say, yeah, so the thing about, like, I don't know how roguelikes work exactly. I don't know if this counts as a roguelike, but I was thinking that, so, like, from my understanding, like, roguelikes have, like, procedurally generated, like, dungeons. Like, that's kind of, like, an important feature to them. So I'm thinking, like, there'll be the city, and you can venture outside of your city, and then like, outside of the city is... So, yeah, you came to the right place, Faya 50, because that's what we're going to find out. We're going to find that out today. We're going to find it out by doing it. Hey, we got a new follower. So, yeah, I'm James. I'm Ben, but James, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Thank you for following, and thank you for your support and your viewership. That's a good question. Faya 50. Because it's also something that we have to decide, because we got ourselves into this mess, and now we have to make good on it, or else the whole day will have gone to waste. No. So yeah, my thoughts are that, so you start in your city, and hey, Andy6345, thank you for joining, thank you for following and for your viewership. Hey, we got more followers. StarX317, thank you for following as well. Thank you for tuning in today. This is great. I'm psyched. And sometimes followers happen in like little like groups. Like one person will follow, and then like several other people will follow it after, and it's just so delightful because like. For one thing, it makes it like I have an audio notification that plays when it happens. It's adorable, and then also I don't know. It's really happy. It's all right. Sorry. I'll stay focused. Don't Leishragan, welcome to the party. Thanks for joining. I apologize for mispronouncing names. I'll get back to Lefsterkovic in just a moment, but the last thing I'll say is I'm sorry for mispronouncing everyone's names. I take if you want to hear me mispronounce something, I take requests. So let me know in chat what you what you want me to mispronounce, and I'll cover that. It's a standing offer, anytime. So yeah, the thing I was saying about like the way the game's set up. So like yeah, you have your city. I mean, this is probably not going to be particularly controversial or revolutionary. Um, yeah. All right. Thank you, Andy6. I'll try and lobster coming. Wait, I thought you were already part of the party. Did you leave the party and then wait a minute and then rejoin the party? Just so that your name would pop up? Because you can technically do that. I'd be sad if you left and then didn't come back, but yeah, no, that is technically something you can do. And if not, then if this is the first time you actually followed, then thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for your support and for your viewership. Yeah, so this probably isn't going to be controversial or revolutionary or anything. But like, you have a city and you venture out of the city, and then a lot like out of the city is where like the interesting stuff happens, and then I mean, I guess out of the city will be procedurally generated. So yeah, okay. So I guess this is where I will pose the question to see what you guys think of it, because I want to my gut says, or like my first thought is that outside of the city will be procedurally generated. Which I think is kind of a fundamental aspect of roguelikes. Like with roguelikes, you can keep exploring them, and it's like always something different, or it's like, you know, there's always more to explore because it can be procedurally generated. Like it's an endless world essentially. If I understand correctly, I think that's one of the tenets of roguelike. So what I'm thinking is like, so yeah, instead of like leaving the city, finding dungeons, etc., I'm thinking it's just whenever you leave the city, like you'll find a new world. So so we were talking earlier about like how we want tower defense elements, and oh, so spoilers, this is not going to be a violent game. I don't like making violent games. I think I've never made a violent game, and I hope I never will. So this isn't going to be that. It's still going to be fun though, if we do this correctly. And so yeah, so we were talking earlier about like how this is tower defense, and so. Well, so tower defense is not. I think on our list, like tower defense was the least important aspect of what this game is going to be. Like we did a whole voting thing earlier, and like it got votes. Like it was the, I think it was the highest thing on the list that we looked at, that we it was the lowest thing on the list that we looked at and still considered. So there's going to be it's going to be very not the main point of the game. However, yeah, because this is a city builder. I think the tower defense is going to work in that you basically have to, you have to think about building your city in a defensive manner. So, yeah, the thing I suggested there was to was to have like like a miasma or like a fog, like a something surrounding the city that like would creep in and like take over the city if you didn't build something to keep it away. I do play violent games. Unfortunately, like a lot of games out there are violent, which means that a lot of the good games out there are violent games. And so I like games, and so I do play them. But we have too many already. We either have enough, or depending on your perspective, we either have enough or we have too many already. Either way, no one needs to be making them. No one needs to be making them. But I mean, I say that, and then as has always been the case, millions of people will make them, and it's ridiculous. So I'm not one of those people. Yeah. So for example, like I really like Hearthstone, although like it's like So the thing that annoys me, sorry, I'm going to get a little political here for a second. The thing that annoys me is that there's no reason to make your games violent. There's literally, I mean, there's a really bad reason. It's like, I was talking about this the other day. Violence is basically like sugar or like fat. It's like, you can make a good game, you can make a good game and people will like it. Or you can make a whatever game and then just like smear it with sugar and like all those delicious things, and people will like it not because it's good, but because it's covered in all of those things. So like violence is like sugar, basically. There's just something about our brains that like it's just like it's it's cheap and it's tawdry and it's a poor substitute for good game design. You could take the same game and make it an analogy about something non-violent, like something meaningful, something that like is actually not awful and just despicable, like something good or helpful or positive or beneficial. For example, just to throw a few theme ideas out there, and it could still be equally fun. Like you don't like any of those aspects are purely aesthetic. You don't have to change a single line of code. You just completely reskin it, and suddenly you're not someone that I despise. Sorry. Anyways, that wasn't a very well formed or cogent expression of that idea, but that's like why I don't bother with that junk. Because like I said, there are too many people. They're either, depending on your perspective, they're either enough or too many people doing it already. If there's someone out there who's like, there aren't enough violent games, that person's ridiculous. No offense to that person. Oh, sorry. You said you see what I mean, and then I rambled for like 10 minutes longer, so I apologize. Did I ever finish my thought about how the world changes? Yeah, so whenever you leave the city, like the world just procedurally generates. That way, like, you're always like exploring something new. So you don't have to like backtrack over tons of space, because I think I'll also add a way that you can return to the village when you need it. Probably there'll be like a little like go home button at the top corner or something like that. And so yeah, so I guess from what we've established, I guess the gist is that you go out into the world, and your primary objective out there is to collect and grow your collect items and for your hero and to grow your hero. And yeah, I like that, Andy 6. That's a good comparison. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but they're like what was it? Oh, it was weird. It was like my second aunt. It was my stepfather's cousin. So my second aunt, I don't know, or my step aunt once removed. I don't know what it is technically, but she owned a peanut farm, and if you've ever had like just legit good peanuts, like, oh my gosh, like you don't need to put anything on those. Those are just legit good. So yeah, you don't have to put like slather stuff with like all that other stuff. You can just like instead just make it good to begin with, and then you don't have to worry about all that. Anyways, so yay, like we can. So right, so I guess there'll be the starting city. So I guess we don't need to really define the bounds of the city. Maybe we should do like a further downwardly pointed view. And just like, not that. Just go like, I don't know, maybe this is a better vantage point, or like maybe like something like this is a better vantage point, because if we're procedurally generating the area, then we only need to procedurally generate what we can see. So if this is like all that we can see, then yeah, we can wait and only procedurally generate what we need to. Although we'll probably want to do it in chunks, but we only need to procedurally generate a chunk once that chunk becomes visible. So I guess I should figure out what, I can take out that print, because we don't need that anymore. We figured out what was going on. So, yeah, although let's print press pause for just, I just want to check, Just want to check, like, what are the bounds of the camera? Oh, whoops. When I exited play mode, it reset all that stuff, right? Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, so this is the angle is like the important part. So that could be, something like that could be good. And then, yeah, let's see what, oh, whoops. Yeah, I guess technically I actually wanted the offset. Whoops. So let's do that instead. Oh yeah, this is, yeah, so yeah, I'm James, this is correct, this is Unity that we're working in, and it is a good one. It is like, it's like, it does a lot of things really right. So if you're looking for something that, like with a lot of convenience factor and like just a generally like usable set of software tools, then this is a really good one. And it's free version of it that you can use. You can actually like, you can do basically everything with the free version. You can actually like make and distribute games with like the free version of it. The only difference is that they stamp their logo on it, so like basically they just like add advertising to your game, but then you don't have to pay. So excuse me. So all right, let's procedurally generate stuff, shall we? I guess we'll kind of want like a concept of like the city bounds, because like we don't, yeah, so for one thing, like whenever you warp back to your city, I guess we could add the warp button, but whenever you warp back to your city, you the world will get all the procedurally generated world will get eradicated, and you can start over. Oh, well, alright, so, yeah, no one else raised these qualms, but now that I'm talking it through, some of the things I'm thinking is that if the, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can download it right from their site. Yeah, okay, so if everything's procedurally generated, and, like, if the entire world is procedurally generated, and if it gets regenerated every time you go back to your city, then I don't know, like in order to keep a challenge, I guess we could just have the challenge ramp as you leave the city based on how powerful the hero is, but like if the main character is getting more powerful, and the challenges then have to become more powerful, more like challenging in order to keep any sort of challenge factors to the game, then I don't know. You might lose that if the procedural generation starts like right at your front door again, because you won't necessarily feel powerful. If anything, you'll feel slightly weaker as the game goes on. If we want the challenge factor to increase as the game goes on, so our theme is survival. Does that help us at all? Survival, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I try not to go literalist with themes, so like maybe there's some twist that we could put on that. Survival. I'm definitely open to suggestions too, so if anyone thinks I'm going in the wrong direction or I'm making the wrong choices, feel free to holler. Just shout it out, and I will adapt as needed. So yeah, I guess like I'm trying to think of like someone said Diablo is like a roguelike, or like a good example of a roguelike, and I guess like with Diablo, like you can warp, right? You can warp back to town, and then you can warp to where you left off and continue on from there. And I kind of understand why that would be a popular mechanism, because that way you can still feel like, excuse me. With that, you can still feel like you're going a distance, and like you're stronger and stronger, because like it's a distance that you couldn't have gone earlier. Uh, so that might be important, or like I mean something along those lines. So it might be important to retain that quality of. Actually, I'm not writing anything right now. Excremega. I'm looking at the same code, but I'm just talking. I'm not actually doing anything. Uh, oops. Comega. Sorry. X Comega. X Comega. I'll just call you Comega. I apologize again for mispronouncing names. For one thing, I'm just bad at reading, I guess. And I don't know. I apologize. Um. So. So right. So if we want to retain that sense of power, because character development is core to the game, how would we go about doing that? We could. We could. Uh, so yeah, we could accelerate your movement. Eh, maybe hmm. Yeah, maybe your traversal across. Well, I mean, this game is about survival, so let's play on that, right? Let's. Oh, well, good. This game is turn-based. Uh, thank you, Lace Dragon. Um, again, I apologize for mispronouncing everyone's name. So yeah, so the way this is turn-based is that the world will stay inert until you choose to move, and it'll be like, you know, those games where like, yeah, like everything, like once you move, everything else like might move accordingly. Like there are rules as to how like other things move. It's kind of like chess, right? Like you take a step, they take a step, you take a step, they take a step, that sort of thing. So yeah, um, that's why we implemented this control scheme. Um, and I don't know why I don't feel tired, but maybe I'm secretly tired. Mint Arcade, hey, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We're making a game. We started this earlier today, and I mean, unless I can figure out, thank you, yeah. Unless I can like really pin down all of what will happen in this game, or unless we can really pin down all of what will happen in this game, it's probably going to take longer than just today, is my hunch. But I don't know. Yeah. All right. That's a good point, Andy. Yeah. So maybe we don't have to worry about the challenge curve as much. Maybe we just we just make the everything bigger and more exciting. And so that could be the sense of progression. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say about with survival is that like instead of making it feel like you're weaker each time, we could make it kind of in a similar way. We can make it, hey, Lighterman, welcome back. Yeah, look at this. Look, we're moving. This is totally playable. This is totally a game. It's not just a clicking simulator. It's a real game. Yeah. So yeah, so maybe yeah, kind of like what you were saying, Indy Six. Instead of just instead of having to worry about distances or you know, finding some weird solution to convey travel, um, we'll just make everything more intense. And so like yeah, so I think how that to me how that fits in with the idea of travel is that how that fits in with the idea of travel, or no, survival, is that you know, there are great dangers in the world and they're closing in on you. So like yeah, the more powerful you get, the more like, you know, so you gain power over time, but also over time like these greater and greater threats are creeping closer and closer to your village. So uh, the I didn't change anything since you left. It's exactly the how it was when we implemented it before, and I didn't change any of the settings on it either. So it's just it's all the default settings. Uh, it should be, yeah, so here we can look at it. It's so this is the pyramid material, and it's just, yeah, no differences. Does it look like it, well, okay, what do you want it to be? I asked you that before you left, and you didn't say anything. Or if you just said something, I missed it, and I apologize. Um, okay. My mistake. Ta-da. Um, Alright, so yeah, so there's also going to be a concept of like your city, or your town, your society. Yeah, it's not even just building city, it's building society, really. Actually, yeah, to build society, you need people. So, so maybe we'll spin the idea of tower defense to be more like hero defense. I made this, like one of my previous projects was was like a spin on tower defense, except using a hero character instead of towers. So like what you're building is not like a grid with like buildings and whatnot. What you're building up is this character here, and so maybe I'll. What? Why are you not responding to clicks? That's weird. You were working a second ago. Or you were working earlier. I don't know what that was about. Alright. Well, it seems to be responding to mouse input now. There's... Oh. Yeah, I don't know if there's a tower defense FPS. I know there's like third person character tower defense type games. Yeah. Oh, have you ever played what is it, Orcs Must Die? That kind of reminds me of what you're saying a little bit. Not exactly, but like similar. There's some commonalities there. All right, yeah. So maybe that's how you build society, or like maybe the tower defense aspect is about building society. Maybe like you rescue people out in the wilderness. That plays into the theme of survival as well. So unless there are any objections, I think we might go in that direction. So yeah, so what do you do when you're outside of the city? Like when you're inside of the city, you save the city, you build the city. What do you do when you're outside of the city? I guess you have to. I mean, there has to be like some challenge to the game, right? You can't just kind of like stroll around and like and and then just collect the treasures. So what are survival? Huh. Yeah. All right. So maybe it's just a game about resources, because survival is kind of about resources, right? Survival is like, because like we all have things that we need in order to not die, and cool. All right. Yeah, I'm glad to know you're in for the long haul, Hexic Dragon. So yeah, I might work on this again tomorrow, or I might work on it all week, possibly, because like the reason I'm not working on my other projects is because like they're all in this state where like I kind of need to do prep work for it, and like it's all stuff that I would need to do off camera, and so yeah, we might extend this a little bit. So so all right, so yeah, maybe you don't actually find like oh, that's interesting. Oh, huh, that's an interesting idea. Ooh, I like that. Andy 6345. I think partly because I was just my friend my friend streams Minecraft, and I've never really played it before, but I was watching him stream it the other day, and I guess, yeah, no, I never really understood what the hype was, but he was like kind of explaining some of it to me, so. All right, yeah, let's hmm. The building ideas really strikes me. Like that, I like that idea. But yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. Oh, for example, yeah, because of the way we implemented like our movement system, like we can also click and drag things because we don't move until mouse up. So like if we click and drag something, instead we can use that for controls too. So like we can move stuff around actually, which is kind of nice. Uh, hey, CP1414, a delightful beagle face to you, good sir. Uh, You were I don't know what time zone you're in, but when I at like 3 o'clock last night when I went to bed, you were like online and streaming. I wanted to tune in, but then also it was really late, and I would have gotten zero sleep if I did. I hope you're in a much more sensible time zone. um, Excuse me, just having a sip. All right, so yeah, it's Jam Day, CP1414. We're making a game. Um, Whoa, that's crazy. You're a madman, CP14. I hope you slept until just now. I hope you slept all day until just now. I hope this is you waking up and rolling out of bed. Uh, um, so, alright, so we need the concept of the town. We need the grid in all of its glory. We need, what else? Um, Concept of the town, we need a lot of stuff. I mean, we need to make, like, basically the entire game. Alright, I'm glad to hear it, CP1414. So, yeah, for starters, I guess like procedural generation. I don't know. I like procedural generation, and it's challenging. So, I mean, I guess I still need to really define out we still need to define out what are the challenges outside of the city. Like when you go out there, like I guess well, it's turn based, so we can make like your resources deplete like as you, yeah, like steadily as you traverse. So like, yeah, that's probably fine. All right, so yeah, I get 8 hours of sleep every night. Well, not every night, but I try to, because if I don't. All right, so delimited resources. I'm going to have int move points, or turns, I guess. Equals 100, and then for now we're just going to show the literal number on the screen. So create 3D text. 3D text? Maybe just GUI text. I'll use 3D text for starters. Parent it to main, reset. Actually, parent it to the camera. And reset. It's transforms, but then move it. No, not that way. Yeah, there we go. Like so. And, oh yeah, wait, to get it less grainy, oh yeah, right, so, font size, let's say it's like 100, and then, we can drop down. Alright, let's say, I don't know, 10, and then this will be like 0.2, 0.1, 0.1. Or actually, let's do 0.2, 0.2, or not 2, 0.2. And then we can drop this down to like 80, I guess. And then instead of hello world, this will just say like 100 or something. And we can move it down here for starters. So, alright, so now we have, or now we will have, this will be what, like, public game objects, turns, text, and oh yeah, so turns minus minus. So every time you step, it takes a turn, or it deducts one of your turns. And also, in order to do any of this, turns has to be greater than 0. Because if you're out of turns, then you cannot. You just can't. You simply cannot. I can't even, the character will say. Okay, and then so the other thing is that on start, let's set turns text. Oh, I didn't set the object reference today. I never do, and I always forget. We can also rename this turns text. So on start, turns text dot get component, because 3D text is weird, and you have to get component text mesh in order to address it. Dot text equals turns dot to string. Yep, and then we'll do this also once the turn gets used up. So yeah, so the first of our delimited resources is the turns themselves. So now you can only, oh no, we're using all our turns, although we're using them very slowly because they gave us 100 and that's a lot of turns. But we're totally using them. Totally using them up. Oh no, we used all our turns. Alright, so there should probably be like a reset button now too. How am I gonna do this? This is not my favorite thing to do. Like, GUI space, I probably should have thought further ahead. Because I don't like adding stuff like this to projects. I guess I could just borrow all the dimensions from my previous project. And just use the exact same scale as my previous project, and then I won't have to do any math. I guess that would be the quick way. I could go, oh, I guess I don't need a button. This could just be what happens when you run out of turns. So, yeah, alright, let's just make it automatic. Although I guess it would be helpful to have a go home button. We can worry about that later. It's a nice to have feature. So yeah, like we were talking about earlier, if you were here for that, the game will be about like yeah. So the you'll have like the town type area, like the civilization that you're building or the society that you're building, um, or the city that you're building. Call it what you will. And then when you venture out, like that's like, oh yeah. So for one thing, it should only cost turns when you're outside of the city. Um, so, huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess there should be. So for now, I'll just say like the city. I'll just say so in city radius. It's not really the radius. It's like whatever. I'll just call it the radius. It's noise refactored if I need to. So city radius. Let's say it's let's say the whole city is like it'll start small. It'll be like it'll start 10 by 10 units. So we'll say the city radius is 5 at start for starters. So we can say so after we're done moving around, we can say if transform form dot position dot x and then actually we want to take the absolute value of this. So if mathf dot abs, so if the absolute value of transform position dot x is greater than city radius, or if the absolute value of the z dimension is greater than city radius. So the city is based around the origin, and it extends out in every direction by its radius. It's actually a square because we're working on a square grid. So basically, yeah, if when you move, if your destination was the else case else else your turns are set, because if you're back in the city, then your turns go back to max turns, I guess, or in max turns equals 100. So on start, turns equals max turns, and I guess I'll make this one whatever, and then this one will be public. Oh yeah, and for one thing it'll be less than 100 because that was way too many. So like 25 for testing purposes. Alright, so yeah, if you're inside the city, so if you're outside the city, then it costs you a turn. But if you're inside the city, then turns equals max turns. And I guess either way, we'll update the text. So all right, so now what turns text? What was unexpected about this? What? How did your computer get a secret password? Oops. Save that. Oh yeah, I should fix my unreachable code. I put it in there, alright, because I wasn't sure if it needed it, if it would have complained in the other direction. But there we go. Press move time. Oh yeah, that's true. We don't need press move time. Actually, we kind of do. But we can bring that back later. Alright, so you have resources. Wait, what? Why is? I thought we started at. Oh, right, yeah. So we actually want our radius to be based on grid size, not just shear dimension. So should we, or should we just do it the other way? I'm inclined to just do it the other way. Yeah, so whatever. Our unit size is. Oh yeah. So the grid size is based on 2. So let's extend the city. Yeah, we'll just double it. So like 10 squares. So the city is 20 units by 20 units, but remember our grid size is 2 units. So I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and then I think my next step, yeah, is outside of the city bounds. If I step back, I'm back in the city bounds. So as long as I'm in the city, I am fine. But as soon as I step out of the city, it starts ticking down. So then the next thing I'm going to add is that if you get down to 0, well, for one thing, you're stuck, which is not a great thing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tom. Yeah, I think the game's going pretty well. I'm doing a lot of stuff, or like it's weird because I keep saying things like, hey, maybe we should do this, and then no one says no, so I'm like, just kind of going with it. So I mean yeah, I think it's going pretty well. I mean, it's going exactly how I want it to go. But weird. Administrator password. Where did you get the computer? Did you steal it? No, I'm just kidding. Stealing is wrong, yo. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so, yeah, so, alright, so we have turns. That's a delimiter. And so, I think as your hero grows stronger, he'll get more and more turns, for one thing. Also, I think there's gonna be lava, you guys. Hot lava. I think the danger of this game will be like lava, like hot lava. You guys. What do you think, you guys? This is your game, more than it is mine. So, let me know how that rings. Oh, also, I want this game to be spooky. So I'm gonna make the backdrop dark. Spooky. Maybe not that dark. Spooky. Actually, I guess I want to... I don't know, the mustache doesn't really pop as much like that. So maybe I'll just go flat black, basically. For now. Spooky. Spooky game. Yeah. So it would be nice if there was a faster way to get back to town. But maybe we'll just make it so that you don't really want to do that, necessarily. Oh, lava! Hey! If the outside of the town is lava, then it makes sense why it's different every time you go out. Because, like, the lava flows and, like, the landscape shifts and stuff. So that makes sense, right, you guys? I don't know. Makes sense to me. So, yeah, fire's cool because, it's not, like, harmful, necessarily, to put out a fire, right? So, like... Oh, and actually someone even suggested earlier water guns. So yeah, I guess that's probably the threat is fire. Cool. I think we figured it out, you guys. We did it. Smooth sailing from here. Alright, so if anyone knows how to make fire, that might be something useful for the game, like fire and lava and stuff like that. I don't know. Don't go out of your way to do it, but if people like that idea, I think it's pretty good. I think it hits on like all the points, because like fire is something that you survive. fire is the opposite of city building. Like it's if city building is your goal, then fire is like a very real threat. It explained like the lava aspect explains why the landscape is constantly shifting outside of your city, and and it uses the water guns that people suggested earlier. Like yeah, sorry. I don't mean to make it sound like slave labor or anything. So if you don't feel up to it, especially yeah, if you're not feeling well, don't go out of your way. But anything you felt like making, I'll find a way to put it in. I actually yeah, like I was saying earlier, I was ready to adapt a lot more. I was expecting to be taking orders this whole time, but you guys have been very trusting in me. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. So, like, this is open collaboration. So, anything you feel like adding to it, please do. I'll find a way to put it into the title. And also, oh yeah. So, if anyone wasn't here earlier, if you want to make something for the game and you want to get your name in the credits, my Twitter handle is down underneath, or it's like in my info pane, you can find it's at srsly_bz. Tweet at me how you want your name to show up in the credits and what you want your job title to have been, and yeah, we'll hook that up. I might hook that up off camera because it's gonna be it's not gonna be exciting to see me hook that up. I might do it on camera tomorrow or something. Whoa, that's all right. Well, we're closing chat on camera for a little while. Sorry about that. Because I need to take a break to ban some people. That's, oh, is it, whoops, alright, hold on. Oh, the image was like frozen on screen. Wonderful. Alright, so I guess I can bring chat back. I just need, alright, sorry, I haven't had to use moderator privileges in a while, so this will be fun. Exciting. Shoot, I closed chat, so so wait, here we go. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, are we better? Is that it? I think we got him. Sorry about that, guys. Some people are just dumb people. They're dumb in real life. The sad part is, like, that's who they have to be for their entire life. That's, like, literally who they are. Isn't that awful? Can you imagine having to live like that? Having to be those people? Like, that's the only thing worse than having to experience those people, is actually having to be those people. What kind of life is that? I don't know. I hope they get some help, because they're clearly, like, mentally ill. But, yeah, sorry about that. I hope you guys don't find that too offensive. I'm really new at this, so, like, I didn't respond as well as I could have. I should have responded faster, but I don't know. I honestly, I'd never seen anything like that. I never expected that to happen, so thank you guys. So that was fun, huh? Yeah. I guess that's the, yeah, well, yeah. No, so part of the reason I don't have moderators is because I can't just rely on moderators. Like, if I literally could rely on moderators, then that would be cool and a solution. But I can't right now, so, like, I'm in that awkward phase where, like, I have to be good at moderating because, like, regardless of whether I had moderators or not, I have to be good at moderating. So, I'll let you know once I'm good at moderating. No, you guys will know. Anyways. So, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were setting up, we're setting up. We did the paces. Oh yeah, we were setting up what happens if you get to zero turns. So turns minus minus. If turns equals, or is less than or equal to 0. I don't know how it'd be less than 0, but if it's less than or equal to 0, I don't know. We might put in like fatigue or something that makes your turns tick down even faster. If it's less than or equal to 0, warp equals true. It's true. Or no, warp equals false for starters. Float. Guys, we covered this. Actually, no. You know what? I was thinking about saying this earlier, and I guess now is as good a time as any. If anyone would like to be a moderator, please feel free to submit a report as to why you think you'd be a good moderator. I don't intend to accept any moderators at this time, but if you really want to write up basically like put together any presentation, preferably offline. I don't intend to read it on stream. So yeah, if you want to put together a presentation and like, I don't know, put it on your site, link it to, or tweet it at me or something, I'm willing to consider it. Like if you're really passionate about it and it means it's important to you. Yeah, so the thing I'd like to hear in your application is why you want to be a moderator, how you would moderate the channel, what's your philosophy on censorship, and what's your philosophy on punishment. And I don't just mean like, I'm not looking for like short answers to this. I'm like, please look up put some research into really what censorship means in a broad sense and what punishment means in a broad sense. And if you feel like doing that, I will consider your application, but yeah, like I said, so Tom, what I said is, if I was going to appoint moderators, I'd probably appoint you as a moderator, but I'm not going to, is the other point I think that you might be forgetting. If anyone wants to, like if someone really feels that passionate about it, feel free to put together the report, as I mentioned, and I'll review your case. Thank you, though. Alright, so if turns less than or equal to 0, we're going to set, oh yeah, we haven't even defined warp time yet. Warp time equals 0, so we'll say warp, oh yeah, and so then warp delay, float, warp delay. Yeah. So, you're hired, Lobsterkovic. You're on the case. I didn't even finish reading your answer. Oh, wait, did you... As long as you made this Mint Arcade, we can use it. We can't use things that other people made. But if this is a texture that you made, then we can use it. Yeah, I should probably just hook up Nightbot, right? The reason I hadn't is because when I started working on a bot, I was like, oh, I'll make my own bot, but yeah, I'll add that to my things to look into. Because Nightbot probably would have handled that faster than I did. Nightbot. Yeah. I'll ask Nightbot to write up that report as well, because I don't know what our Nightbot's views on philosophy, or what his philosophy of censorship and punishment is. So all right, so warp delay or public float warp delay. I think it's gonna be like 3 or something. This is basically like how many seconds to wait before warping back to the center of the universe. Andy6345, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I hope to see you again later. I'll probably, yeah, to be honest, I'll probably be working on this project for some time further. So, yeah, if you tune back in the next like few days or so, then you'll probably catch it again. Thank you for following. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope to see you again soon. So yeah, the thing. So so there's the case when we get down to 0 turns left, and that's the case. Like, I'm just gonna make it so that you automatically warp back to town when that happens. And so in order to do that, we're going to say when you've taken a step and your turns equals 0, you're done. You're done, and then what right. So warp time equals time capital T time dot time plus warp delay. That's when, so we'll warp in this amount, or this is the time at which we will warp. Is time dot time not? Oh, I was using Python too much. All right, so and then also warp equals true. So that we know to check for it. So also, yeah, another thing to do on update is to check for warp factor. Oh yeah, I guess this should be an else case. So if I don't know, because we don't really want to process mouse input. Yeah, when we're getting ready to warp. So if warp and warp time is less than time dot time, that means we warp back. So the last thing we do is warp equals false, and then I guess the rest of this can be an else case, kind of. Because we don't need to process anything else in the frame that we warp. Actually, no, we don't need to process anything a short delay after we warp. Nah, I won't care about that. I'll care about that later. So the last thing we do is warp equals false. The first thing we do is that transform dot position equals new vector 0, 0. It'd be nice if there was a pre-made vector for the origin, because like there's a pre-made vector for like up and down and stuff like that, or like up left, or up right and forwards, but like no, I think for just 0, 0, 0. Excuse me. So new vector, yeah. Transform dot position. Oh, and then yeah. So again, turns equals max turns, and this thing. Oh, vector through 0. Cool. That is XXOX Daniel XOXX. Thank you. That's exactly the type of thing that I was looking for. I guess oh yeah, I guess I just kept thinking of it as the origin, because I always think of vectors as positions, but or at least that's usually how I think of them. Excuse me. Oh gosh, what happened to my face? That's never happened before, you guys. I don't know what that was. Sorry. Just one sec. Part of my face seems to have exploded. It doesn't seem medically serious, but oh gosh. Tom, I asked you not to tell people about that. Wow, my face. Do I still look okay? Are all the important features still here? Alright. The mustache is still intact? Alright. Uh, uh, all right, so yeah, let's vector 3 dot autopopulate you jerk. Oh, new vector. Okay, yeah, vector 3 dot 0. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna use that so much. Why are you not happy? You're happy. Stop pretending not to be happy. Excuse me. Actually, wait. I'm just gonna turn off the mic for a second because I'm gonna. Sorry about that. Aw, Tom. Well, that's good because that's how it was when it started. So everything's still in place. Oh, seriously? You just need whatever. All right, I'll assume that's fine. Uh, oh no, you're not fine. What are you not fine about? Be fine. Vector 3.0. I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna get your number, vector 3.0. Vector 3.0. So why don't you work vector 3.0? You're supposed to work vector 3.0. Why don't you work vector 3.0? What is your problem? You weird vector 3.0. Whatever. It'd be nice if it did work. Oh, Tom. You sweetheart. um, so, uh, so what then? Let's, oh, is there, sorry, is there a way to report people? Permanent ban? Oh, cool. Yeah, is there a way to report people? Or is like, if you ban people, does that automatically, automatically do it? Oh wait, am I undoing the ban? Whoop. No, wait, no. I meant to permanently ban. Whoop. No, wait, no. Unban? Wait, I don't understand this interface. Oh, no, don't show that. No, wait, what are you... Permanent ban. Yeah. Alright, I don't understand this interface. Sorry, yeah, it just occurred to me that, I felt like doing that as well. Anyways, oh, cool. Oh, cool. So, Bandit Suite, Ray, Scrow, Ray, whoops. I banned him twice, I guess, whatever. Anyways, alright, I'll stop worrying about that. Oh, cool. Alright, well, that's inconvenient. If you guys wanted to do that, if any of you guys, no, I would do that, except that'll be boring for everyone, and I'll stop wasting time on stream. Alright, so, Sorry, I just. Oh yeah, so that band thing is the exact same thing that I've been doing. All right, so they were already banned. They're just still. They're even more banned than before. All right, sorry. Like I mentioned, I'm. um, yeah, actually, yeah. So part of the part of the reason I don't have any moderators is because I don't want censorship. I don't like censorship, um, and I'm just nervous about it. So thank you for bearing with me. Did we do this thing? Oh no, yeah, yeah, no, we did. So now we can. Oh, false. Save that. So now we can. So now we can wander outside the city, and if we do, we go down to 0, and then yeah, look, we're back. Wait, why didn't it update? Turns equals max turns. Oh, it just didn't update the text. I forgot to. I think I started to do that and then I got distracted. Alright. Cool. So now you can wander outside the city and when you do, or when you go too far, you will get sent back. So, alright, so, yeah, now I guess we should have things happening outside of the city. So there's a reason to leave. I guess, Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna have like some way to distinguish between the city and the rest of the world space. So yeah, for one thing, we can put max turns down to like something even lower for starters. All right, so game object, create other quad. Put you at the origin, flatten you out, and so, oh yeah, and drop you down. Y equals negative 0.5. It's the height of the ground, and then so public game object city grounds. Oops. Save that. City grounds. Set that. Yeah, that's they're recorded instances of that happening, Tom Peach, or Tom. Sorry, I don't know why I said. Because your name's adorable. That's why I always say Tom Peach. It's fun to say. Thank you, Draco. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. Draco. I mispronounce everything. I apologize. If you'd like to hear me mispronounce something, please feel free to ask. I take requests. So yeah, so on start, let's say grounds, city grounds, dot transform, dot scale, local scale, equals new. This is a vector 3, right? Vector 3. Uh, City grounds. City grounds. City grounds. So yeah, the city grounds will get bigger as time goes on. Wait, what? What? Are you joking? I don't. Oh yeah, right. No, not city grounds. Derp. City radius. Times 3. Yeah, that's the Letterman. Welcome back, Draco. All right, sorry. Thank you. Uh, Sorry. Yeah. So if I say Tom Peach or Tom Peach HD, it's just because it's fun to say, not because I'm intentionally going against your explicit request for me to not do that. I apologize if I do. Alright, so... Wait, no. Oh, that's only half as big as city. Alright, so it has to be... times 2, I guess. Which I guess makes sense. Now that I think about it. Oh my. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna open it on my other screen first, just because I have no clue what it is. Only because of that. What? That's crazy. That's a lot. That's witchcraft. What? Why would that? Why? Why? Oh, science? I thought it was witchcraft, but sorry. Yeah, what has science done? What has science done? I'm still scrolling. I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Oh yeah. Sorry. For anyone watching who is for whatever reason unable to click that link, there's a word that takes 3 hours to pronounce. And it's because of science. Science. What is it? It's the word for chemical name of Titan. Whatever Titan is. Go away. Go away. And it goes forever, and takes 3 hours to pronounce, and that's sorcery, or science rather. Sorry, I'm just gonna mute the mic for 1 second. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. All right. um. So. um. Hey, the real Diego. Welcome back. We were just looking at stuff, taking a brief break. And, alright, so, what were we doing here? Alright, so we put back in warp. Oh yeah, we were putting in the city grounds. I'll make it a different color, but I just want like a visualization of like. Oh, so maybe I should make it +1. Or +1, +2 maybe. +2 probably. Yeah. And I'll change it to a different color so it's not as glaringly white. Oh, yeah, I didn't actually look at the video, but oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I just I I had to blow my nose, so that was why I turned off the microphone. Sorry. uh, I'm not going to turn off the microphone, but I'm going to step away for just a second. Actually, I'm going to take off my earbuds while I'm at it, because I'm actually not listening to anything at this point. So, oh no, where'd everything go? There we go. Alright, we'll get back to work in just a moment. I guess this is intermission. Because we hit kind of a lull. But, yeah, whatever. We're good. Good to go. So, yeah, because everyone's so, because everyone is so casual right now. I'm assuming everyone just thinks all of my ideas are, like, so good. They just think they're, like, fantastic. And, they're just, like, thrilled that, that's happening here. That, like, this is what is happening, what is going on. So that's cool. I like how that, etc., etc. Yeah, that's about how it goes, Draco. Hey, this is how like I operate in real life though. Like even when I'm not streaming, like sometimes and you'll see it here too. Like sometimes I'll get into like the zone and I'll like just bust stuff out for a while. But yeah, usually it's like a little stop and go because I don't like rushing into things. I like thinking my way through most of the stuff. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's good. That accurately depicts city bounds. Now let's make a different color for it to be. So if anyone wants to make a material for that, you're welcome to. So ground material. Or city ground mat, I guess. And I guess this will be... I don't know what this will be. You can find out. And yeah, it starts at... I mean, it predictably starts at like 22, 22, right? So... city grounds. It's gonna be darker. Huh. I guess I'll make it like a brownish color, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. For starters. What? Alright. So the lava is danger. Oh no! Oh no! We ventured too far out. All right. So So. Oh yeah. Oh cool. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, man. The criteria for assets on this project is anything that you make. Oh, all right. It's the same link as last time. I can find it, I think. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah. So I can't use. Or I don't. I basically just don't want to use. Oh, awesome. Uh, I like don't want to use other people's textures. Some people do that, and like, whatever. Good for them. I don't enjoy doing that. I don't want to download a zip. I want to download them individually. Whatever. Alright. So Sweet. This is gonna be awesome. Do we download it? Yeah. Yeah, we have the folder open already.